Hello everyone, my name is Claire Candy Hough and welcome to Angel Healing House. This is going to be the general reading for the upcoming week of Sunday, January 17th through till I think it's the 22nd. Do remember it's a general reading and it can't possibly resonate for everyone, but maybe in this reading you'll find some tidbits of information that could help you with gaining some extra clarity, direction, possibly some motivation, inspiration, and hope as we transition from a very dark planet into a planet of light. So, as we do with each reading, I choose a rune for this week, and the rune that came out for us was this one. And it's the rune of Tewats. And Tewats is the spiritual warrior. Now this rune gets us to be unattached to outcomes. And it reminds us to stay out of our own way and allow and let the will of heaven to flow through us. It's no longer a time of trying to figure things out. It's no longer a time of expectations and attachments, of pushing and controlling things, but allow for Spirit to show you how to step forward in the role you will be playing as a new thought leader on planet Earth. This is an extraordinary time of transition that we are going through. Your soul contracted to be here at this time. And the more we do surrender and the more we know very clearly that we're co-creating with Spirit, then you will be shown when the timing is divine and the timing is is perfect of the role that you will be playing. Now, embodied in this rune also is the energy of cutting away anything that's outdated, extraneous, and old. In fact, the rune of Tewats is indicating that it's molding our character in order to step into these roles. Now, this rune also comes with an urge to conquer the ego side of us, I guess, and to step fully into that role of that spiritual warrior so that we can bring forth truth and justice, not only for ourselves, but to help others connect with their divine wisdom and in order for them also to be clear, to be able to discern the light of truth for themselves. Very, very powerful rune, this one. Now, it's also a rune of courage and dedication, because it does take courage and dedication to speak our truth. Now is the time to strengthen your resolve, to align yourself with your spiritual warrior self, so you can step into those roles when they are presented to you in the most under the most extraordinary circumstances, because the posse of angels, my angelic family, has said that a lot of these roles will come in miraculous ways that we couldn't have possibly ever orchestrated ourselves, and they will come in synchronistic, magical, miraculous ways because we've surrendered to working with Spirit. So beautiful, beautiful rune to start our reading today. Let's go to our fairy oracle deck. And when I went to the fairies today to ask them, two cards came out stuck together. Spirit said they were like the peanut butter and jelly cards, although I don't eat peanut butter and jelly, but they were really stuck together and wanted to come out one after the other. This one came out first. This one is the Oakman. very wise, sage-looking fellow on the front. To me, he looks like he has a great deal of empathy, a great deal of kindness, generosity, and compassion. It's a number 11, and the Oakmen, being number 11 card, 11 card is about being a master or mastering yourself. Now, the posse of angels are saying that this is the role that we're going to be stepping into. This is not the role of a teacher. Anybody thinks that they're going to be teaching anybody anything is sadly mistaken. We are going to be helping them to remember their divinity, helping them remember and recall the wisdom that they already know. And so it's not a matter of one person being superior over somebody else. It is a matter of, with kindness and compassion and unconditional love and great empathy for them, that is the energy that will help them connect with those energies inside of themselves. And do remember, so many people are going to be traumatized by the revelations and disclosures that are coming, that are going to show the true nature of what this planet, the darkness that has been under, and many of us are going to be called into service to help those, with great compassion and great empathy. So beautiful card to confirm the cards of the rune of the spiritual warrior. I love that face of kindness. The next card that came out, which was so stuck to it, was this card. And look at this. This looks a very different energy of this card. It's a 48. We went from an 11 to a 12 now. It's like we went in ourselves to connect with this spiritual warrior, this deep new thought leader on the planet, this wise sage, wisdom in ourselves. And then on the outside, how to bring it forth, they're saying, is with joy, is with zest, and maybe a bit of zaniness. And it's the level of abundance and joyousness that we bring it forth, because this is a high vibrational energy. So they're saying, do remember to dance. Do remember to be a little bit crazy. But they're also saying that the word collective on this card is reminding us that we're not going to be doing it alone. We're not going to be doing this dance of joyousness alone, because now we're going to be meeting our soul tribe. Our soul tribe comes in for us to be able to coordinate and collaborate our projects, our endeavors, all of those wonderful visions that we had to anchor in those new structures and systems for those outdated dark structures that are crumbling and disappearing as they can't be supported on a planet of light anymore. And we're going to be building those structures with many others who are going to be in most resonance with us, because they are going to be part of our dancing and joyous soul tribe now. How beautiful. So thank you to those Brian Fad's cards for coming in and giving us those messages now. A big shout out to my recent deck that I acquired, The Wisdom of the Oracles, yet another beautiful deck by Colette Baron Reed. She is so prodigious and comes up with so many beautiful, beautiful cards. So let's have a few quick shuffles here and see what comes out for us. One more. I did shuffle the cards before, but just giving them another quick 1, 2, 3. And when I shuffle the cards, what you're hearing, that tinkling, is my charm bracelet. And that tinkle, tinkle, tinkle is my ladybug. My ladybug, every time I hear that tinkle, A ladybug is the sign of our inner child, of the joyousness, of the excitement for life, the wonderment, the enchantment. It's also a sign of abundance and blessings, and knowing how abundant I truly am because of the graces of God. There but for the grace of God go I, and everything that has come to me has been through the grace of God. So that little tinkle reminds me of that, my beautiful little bit ladybug on there. So the card that is coming out for us is higher power. And so far, through this reading, the spiritual warrior, the oakmen, the pixies, has been directed towards a higher power. And I'll just show you this as I read. And the number 4. The number 4 is a strong, secure, safe foundation. Our safety and our security is not what is happening outside of us. Our safety and our security happens within us. And if we can keep that ballast and that peace and that knowing, then we will be firmly connected to our God source creator, to our divine eternal natures within. Now, this card reminds all of us that we are more than just a human person trying to get ahead and making things happen by ourselves. At this time, the card is reminding us that we really need to be conscious of our connection to spirit and to foster it through deep reflection, some people call it meditation, and prayer. We need to ask, what is for my highest good now? And how can I best serve as the planet transforms from darkness into light? Then what we need to do is we need to get out of our own way and trust, deeply trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you could ever possibly imagine. Please know that you're always protected. You're always divinely directed by spirit. Even though you can't see it, it's always there. Sometimes we just need to take a step back, release control, stop pushing, stop trying to figure life out. That was so in the Piscean age of logic and reason, but now we are heart-centered. We have stepped up in our consciousness to enter the age of Aquarius, and sometimes that inspiration just channels through us if we can just surrender and let go. When we enter things like agreements, when we begin projects, which so many of us are, when we're going to be stepping into those new thought leader roles on the planet, when we negotiate deals with spirit as our partner, we will always succeed because our humanness, it's limited. It's limited when we're in this physical form, no matter how ascended we are. And when we allow for spirit's scope to work in our lives through synchronicities and through magic and miracles, the unbelievable happens. Let your higher power lead you, and those intuitive nudges you feel will help you see which way you are being pointed. So giving you confidence to move in the forward direction and the right direction that spirit knows will yield unbelievable rewards for you. Now, please don't forget to give credit where credit's due because, like I said, for me, everything that's come to me because of the grace of God, we wouldn't be a success without Spirit's guidance in our lives. That's how closely associated they are with us, and they always have been since we have been birthed on this beautiful planet. So let's go to my tarot cards and see what comes out. This is my beautiful deck, and yes, there's me, Angel Ariel, on the back of the deck. And no, the cards are not ready for public purchase yet, but hopefully they will be at some stage in the future. So while I'm shuffling, here come the posse of angels, and they want to chime in. What do we want to impart? Well, the first thing they're saying is that this week on my Angel Healing House radio program, it happens every week, and it's on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And oh, by the way, they are reminding me to tell you that you can call in for free angel advice, mini angel readings on the program, which I've done. I've availed myself of these free mini angel readings for now 8 years, every week. And Angel Healing House Radio is now going into its 9th year. So I do invite you to call into the show. But this week on my show, I shared with others that as we are transcending and all that is happening in the world, and the huge reveals that are still to be presented to us on just how dark and corrupt and some would say evil this planet truly was, it's more important than ever to connect with what is real in your life, as this will help you stay centered and grounded, and it will help you be at peace. Now, what is real? Well, what is real is that we are all children of God, Source Creator, made in that divine reflection, and each of us is divine and eternal. This is our rod and our shield of protection, and our faith in this is the only safety that we will ever need. What is real is that we contracted to be here at this time. That's what we did. And everything we have done has been leading up to this very important point in the planet's ascension from dark to light. It's important because it's a time to support, to guide, and comfort others as we transition from that world of dark corruption, greed, which was prevalent in almost every area of our lives, into an ascended planet of light. What is real is the deep love that we hold in our hearts for both our family and our friends. And what is real is our connection to God's handiwork, to Mother Nature, to animals, to our pets, to the plants, to the flowers, to the beautiful trees. This is real. The posse of angels is also reminding us that as we transition from a dark, very dark planet to a planet of light, as we transition to light beings in these physical bodies, is that not only ourselves, but our ancestors, those in the angelic realm, and all of those in our interstellar galactic family of light, we've all prayed for this moment for over eons and eons of time to come. And now that it's here, be joyous. Be joyous just like that collection of pixies, and dance. Dance and celebrate. It is a time of celebration. Sure, what we are seeing being played out is the dismantling of the dark. And that's all we're seeing. But we know in our hearts that the light has won on the planet as we move forward. Now, a few more things to just go over from the celestial heavens astrologically is that we just had a new moon in Capricorn on January the 13th. And Capricorn's energies, strangely enough, rules things like governments, big corporations, institutions, and national and global leaders. Capricorn is our inner guidance, our operating system on how we function and make decisions. And this new moon in Capricorn is presenting us with a reset button, if you will, not only to start again, but to become better versions of ourselves, making it more possible for us to get out of our comfort zone and to step into that new operating system, which is helping us to emerge as a new us, if you want to put it that way. On January 20th, coming up, the sun enters Aquarius. We have the official start of It's the Age of Aquarius. I won't hurt your ears with my singing. But many feel that even before this happened, we arrived in lighter, more beautiful energies as we entered 2021. Now, Aquarius is known for its humanitarian efforts and its healing. Its zodiacal sign is the water bearer, and the water bearer has the ability to collect all of the heavy emotions here on the planet and put it in its vessel in order to transform them and then pour them back all healed and cleansed to the planet. This important cleansing energy is also important for us. It's important for us to clear and cleanse anything that is stopping us from moving forward into these new roles that we will be presenting for these transformative times. So I think that's just about all. Oh no, one more thing they're saying. One more thing is that it might be prudent to plan and more so organize yourself, because on January 30th, coming up, we have the first Mercury Retrograde of 2021. And I've done lots of programs on the blessings of Mercury Retrograde. And with many of us having the second half of January, we'll see so many of us getting calls, getting communiques, emails, whatever that is, being connected with people that will offer those new roles, those new projects, those new jobs opportunities or business opportunities, whatever that is, that by the time January 30th comes around, we will need time to re-edit, to reassess, to review ourselves and our contribution in those new roles. So it is an amazing time to be here on planet Earth. Let's go to the cards and see what comes out for us. The first card that's coming out for us is the ending of that old cycle on planet Earth, and look at that light that is behind that dancer as she holds up a victory laurel wreath, a victory of triumph. That's what it's saying. The light has triumphed over the dark on this planet, or else we wouldn't be seeing all these things that are playing themselves out. We are all stepping into those new roles, to a very, very different world. Like I said, in almost every area of our lives which the darkness pervaded, and that the light is breaking through now, stepping in, and the world will be our oyster. All we need to do is follow our higher power. Follow your higher power. Follow that generous, compassionate oak man inside of you. Kind, sweet. Remember, you're not here to push your knowledge onto anybody. You're here to help somebody to awaken to their own divine eternal natures, so that they can clearly see the truth and the insight inside. Beautiful card to start off with. Next card, why am I not surprised, is the Wheel of Fortune. We spoke about those karmic friendships, those karmic connections, now coming back, because now with the raising of the consciousness on the planet and our energies coming from a heightened, raised level of awakenedness and awareness, we now have an audience, or we now have an awakened populace to be able to perceive what we're saying, and to be able to be on the same wavelength, if you will, so that they can align with the message. But this is a 1 card. This is, it's a 10, which is a 1, which is about new beginnings. With Saturn playing such an important role in 2021, This is a time of karma, of things that are destined, things that are fated. What you wrote into your contract, everything that you've done up until now is and has been a dress rehearsal for what you're going to be stepping in. Now, remember, even with the Wheel of Fortune, that you have free will and you have free choice. You don't have to be a new thought leader on the planet, but the posse of angels are saying that when you cross over and you stand with the etheric council, and I write about our soul contracts in my beautiful book, One True Home Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. And when you cross over, you will really regret that you did not step into these roles that you contracted to come back and help people as they are presented with what has been happening on this planet. Lots of people need your support. And the posse of angels are saying, you have all the skills and the abilities and talents to be able to step into these new roles that are karmic and destined for you. Wow, let's go to the next card. What do we have here? Oh, wow. Okay, this is the information coming in. Quick, quick, quick. Quick. Unexpected, but expected. Many of us are feeling in anticipation. We're feeling like we're on the precipice of something new coming in. We're waiting on the will of heaven. The rainbow is the abundance, and the rainbow is about being wishes fulfilled. The posse of angels are saying that to remind everyone that it might not come in the way expected. Okay, you might not have done this job or opportunity before. You might not have experience in this genre or this area, but somebody has been watching you and seeing what you're good in, and they're saying they will offer you this new role because you have all the gifts, the talents, and the abilities to be able to step into this. And look at all the flowers that are appearing on these branches or these rods. And it's an 8 card, which is the card of abundance, prosperity, riches, wealth. If you also turn it on its side, when it is not the Roman numeral, but when the number 8, it is the infinity symbol. And that's the symbol of what is destined and karmic for your soul. It's bringing it back around for you to be able to serve humanity. Serve humanity in the highest way possible for your soul. So, the hawk is coming in this card. Whoops, sorry, well, wrong one. The hawk is coming in with a message. There we go. Next one. There's the proposal. There's the proposal coming in very quickly. Coming in very quickly. The Knight of Cups is about taking action on that proposal. They're drawing my attention to those 3 pelicans, and they're saying, wherever 2 or more are gathered in that name of God, miracles happen. And they're saying that what is coming in, there is no way you could have figured this out. Spirit had such a hand for you to play your part in the ascension and the transition of this world into a planet of light, that we needed to surrender so that it would come in with the synchronicities, the magic, and the miracles that it needed to come in and be brought forth to us. And the jubilation on this knight's face as he's raising the cup of celebration. And he is just so happy and excited to bring you this news. Once again, the collection of pixies showed us. I'll bring them up again, the dancing and the joy. What we are going to be feeling as we are introduced to those souls who are most in resonance to us, it'll be like coming home. It'll be like coming home to our one true home behind the veil of forgetfulness. Wow, almost makes me cry. Oh my gosh, here we go with our recognition. We have the Chariot, we have the dark, and we have the going to the light. This is the spiritual warrior. The Chariot, the charioteer is always the spiritual warrior, holding steadfast to what we know is really the only thing that we really do need to know, which is the rod and shield of protection is in God Source Creator and being divine eternal beings made in that reflection. So look at that card. That is the card of traveling. You know, many of us, when this comes in, when this proposal comes in, when this message comes in, this communique comes in, it will be like, okay, you know, you are going to be perfect for this organization or this position. We're going to need you overseas in 3 weeks' time. That means selling your furniture. That means putting things in storage. That means uprooting and going where God needs us to go. And they're saying, okay, you've got free will, free choice. You don't have to do this. But they're saying, but for those who are going to be stepping into these roles, that's what's going to take. This is the recognition. It's also the victory and the triumph that we are going to be seeing as we've worked and we've dedicated our lives to the light. And now we're going to see the results of that. I like that it's a 7 card. You can see that Roman numeral 7 on top. I always say that 7 is doing the work of the divine. There is nothing that is of higher order for me than to be able to serve and to go where God leads me to. I write about this in my book, the sequel to One True Home, which is I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of myself, Angel Ariel. So that's the triumph, that's the victory card. Next card that's coming up for us. Oh, why am I not surprised? It's the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning around financial security, about monetary flow, prosperity, wealth. It's as if the hand of God came out of nowhere and said, I have been watching you. Because remember, everything we do gets recorded in the Akashic Records, in our Book of Life. By the way, I help people when they have past life regressions, past life healing and clearings with me to look into those Akashic Records and look into their past lives, but I divert. So this is a new beginning around our abundance and our financial security. And it's going to feel so wonderful. Next card that's coming out for us is, another Pentacles card. This is the 6 of Pentacles. Now, to those who are given much, much will be expected. So, this is the giving and the receiving card when it comes to money, when it comes to our finances. For those who will be given much, we will be setting up organizations in order to create those structures and systems that help others to be able to then be able to have abundance themselves, and then they will go on then to be able to help others. So it is that cycle of paying it forward. And unlike the dark times when people were given money and they used it for their own financial gains and then didn't create things to pass it along, we of the light know that when we help others prosper, we are here to serve. There is nothing of any higher order than to be able to serve and to help others help themselves. Look at that beautiful card. And 6 is a card of balance. It's a card of harmony. It's a card of joy. Seeing a world where everyone is taken care of. That is one of the visions that I hold. The next card is more pentacles. We have the 3 of Pentacles. This is the card they're saying about collaboration. Wherever 2 or more are gathered in the name of God, miracles happen. And these collaborations that are going to be coming together are divinely orchestrated. And they're going to be producing so much light on the planet. Look at that dove there. Okay, I'll hold it like that. The light that is coming through that cupola and the dove. And because these new structures and systems will be built of God, divinely built, it's going to just create such an extraordinary light on the planet. These are our collaborations with our soul tribe coming in. It's going to make us so giddy to be reacquainted with these people again. Wow, Knight of Swords, life is about to get very hectic, especially for those of us who have been soul practitioners, for those who have gone it alone, for those who have built practices, who are spiritual teachers or Reiki masters like myself, intuitive counselors. We might have felt isolated. We might have felt like we're going at it alone. But now, with this excitement coming in and being offered these things, life is going to get very hectic for us. So hold on to your keisters and just, it's going, the posse of angels are saying it's going to be the ride of your life. That is, if you step forward. And oh my God, another Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Now, this is our final card, and it is what I call the being remarkable card. It is being noted for your unique and singular craftsmanship. You know, there might be lots of other spiritual teachers on the planet, but there is that unique, singular way that you do things. And it is a card of working hard. But the posse of angels are saying it's not difficult, because in your soul you know that you've come back to do this, and you're going to be doing it with such joy and such excitement and passion, and working with your soul tribe, that the camaraderie and the collaborations that are going to be coming forth are just going to be so seem heaven sent, because quite frankly they will be. So they had me look under the deck. What's under the deck is the sun, and the reason I'm laughing, I don't know if you can see it, because on this card that I designed, I don't know if you can see it, right there, the mouse is holding a ladybug. Very, very funny. Very, very funny posse of angels. We have the bluebird of happiness. We have the sunflowers, which is the abundance and the prosperity. And we have the giddiness of the little girl, knowing how divinely protected she is and how she will be led by spirit to do what she has come back to do. So I hope all of that has been helpful for you. As I say every week to each and every one of you, go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you love, and as always, angel blessings. If you are interested in finding out more about soul contracts and what the heck we do in between our incarnations, between our physical incarnations, there's my #1 Amazon award-winning international bestseller, One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. And remember that its sequel is I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. If I can be of any service to you, remember that I do intuitive counseling, those past life clearings, which are amazing, as the posse of angels and I walk back with you through time, and we stop at designated points to see what you lived, what you went through, and the lessons that you needed to learn. I teach Reiki on all levels, either in my office here in Los Angeles or or online, and the angel tarot readings with myself and the posse of angels, or those books, all of those things. You can go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, or you can call 831-277-3716 here in Los Angeles, California. So take care, everyone, and have an absolutely heavenly week. Bye.